A woman who is a homemaker in a lot of ways is what Padmaavati is. This film is a celebration of her strength and her power,
right,
and her dignity. In so many ways, a representation of what women are finding in themselves today. I don't think that there could have been a better time for this film to come out.
Right.
And not just in India, I mean for globally as well. Hi, this is Deepika Padukone and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
When we see the film, in fact, you're talking about people have seen it 3 or 4 times. I've seen it third time today because Mr. Bansali and Shahid insisted that you should see in 2D as well. So I've seen it in 3D twice.
Oh, you saw it in 3D twice?
IMAX, and one in IMAX and one is 3D.
Okay.
So both of them, they insisted that you should see in 2D. So since I had some time in the afternoon, so I've seen it the third time around today itself. You know, those scenes which are there, when when you're having that entire attire, which is like beautiful. And even apart from that, there are so many moments. The way people remember Madhubala, the way people remember those momentous actresses and those momentous moments, I'm sure that Padmaavati will be remembered in the similar vein as well.
Thank you.
And especially, you know, जिस तरीके से आप हाथ, जिस तरीके से आप लेके, you know, it has a brilliant symmetry around it. Everything is in symmetry, and I think that man he is simply amazing. The way he looks at the world is simply amazing as well. How do you look at it now that people are going to be celebrating this for a long time, and maybe you'll be associated with something like this for the rest of your lives?
I think for me, the celebration, this film is so important. And it's happened at such an important time because we are in the times of celebrating women, finally.
Right.
And I think that it's important in so many ways because for me, this film is a celebration of her strength and her power,
right,
and her dignity, and in so many ways a representation of what women are finding in themselves today.
100%.
So while this film or this incident or this episode might have happened in the 12th or 13th century, isn't it ironic that centuries later, this film comes about this woman who stood for so much power and strength and courage, and with all of that, she did with so much dignity.
Right, definitely. And she was intelligent as well. She was smart.
Extremely,
she was
extremely intelligent.
नीति की जो बात करती है वो.
जी, बिल्कुल. So this film is, you know, this film for me is a celebration of that woman and everything that she believed in and everything that she stood for. I don't think that there could have been a better time for this film to come out.
Right.
And not just in India, I mean for globally as well.
Right.
And when you celebrate, there's no end to celebration.
Right.
So there's no expiry date. It will go on and on and on.
Right. You know, I personally feel that it's an extremely progressive film as well. The way it's a woman who takes certain decisions which turn out to be right. She has a certain foresight. She has a certain insight into certain things as well. And whatever actions that she does, it is something more out of conviction and her strength of character more than anything else as well. Do you find that progressive and something that, as you mentioned rightly, that it is something that can be hugely inspiring for women of today, that don't take the easier way out and do what may be difficult, but it's more about your beliefs and your character more than anything else.
Absolutely.
Rather than succumbing to anything.
Absolutely. And it might be a lesson for few people, but I don't look at it as a lesson. I look at it as a reflection in so many ways. And in a lot of ways, I feel a woman who is a homemaker in a lot of ways is what Padmaavati is.
Right.
Mothers are very intuitive. Mothers have a kind of mental strength that most people in a home will not have.
Right.
She's sort of the fulcrum and the backbone of every family. A woman is, a mother is.
Right.
If you notice, a mother or a woman in the house will most often, let's put it that way, will most often be intuitive about something good that's going to happen, something bad that's going to happen.
Right.
She's also the person who holds everything together. you know, husband is going to work, children are going to school, parents are doing something, in-laws are doing something else.
Right.
But how does she manage every single day
Right.
to hold it all together?
Right.
I feel it's the most thankless job.
Right.
You know, I feel the word homemaker hasn't got its due. So I feel like in so many ways she's a representation of that. You know, such a strong, powerful woman who held everything together.
Right.
She had foresight, like you said. When her husband was abducted, she used her mind over anything else to bring him back. So for me, I think that's the sort of celebration that this film is.
Right. I still remember in KBC once when Mr. Bachchan was hosting it, there was a woman in the audience, and Mr. Bachchan was interacting with her, and she said so confidently that I'm a homemaker.
Yeah.
And it had that entire, you know, it's something which is a full-time thing, and something which is extremely important.
It is a full-time commitment.
Extremely important as well.
And there's so much sacrifice. I think sacrifice is a key word in the lives of a homemaker. So many women put their own dreams.
Right.
They put their dreams, they forget their dreams, they put it all behind them in order to be the backbone of somebody else's life.
Right.
And somebody else's passion and somebody else's dream.
Right.
Hi, this is Deepika Padukone and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.